Hey guys, it's Wild with the Waldrons. I'm Madison, this is Buddy. We thought that we would open up this video telling you guys why we decided to full-time and also go over our original concerns versus reality. I'll let you start. Why did you want to start full-time RVing?
Why did I want to start it?
Just be honest. You didn't want to, did you?
No.
When I first brought up, our original plan was we were going to buy a school bus and we were going to convert it. And that was about, what would you say, 3 years ago?
Yep.
So about 3 years ago, I came to him with this plan, this crazy plan of converting a school bus. And he thought I was crazy. He thought I was absolutely nuts. What were some of your thoughts that were running through your head whenever I brought that up?
This woman that lost her mind. That's all I was thinking about.
Well, anyways.
And the amount of work that was going to be, it was just...
Yeah, it was going to be a lot of work originally, yeah. So anyways, I convinced him to put this school bus on layaway at a school bus yard near our house, and it ended up falling through just because, not that we couldn't afford it, but that we just didn't have the time to convert it the way that we wanted to. And so for years and years, we kept searching for the right RV, the right deal. We didn't want it to be a big out-of-pocket expense because I'm a penny pincher and so is he. And so we finally came across this RV on Facebook that a family friend was wanting to get rid of. And so we just took over payments for them. The reason it caught my eye, the full-time RV life, was the freedom. I wanted to travel with my kids. We were homeschooling. We've homeschooled them their entire school career from pre-K on up to 4th grade now. And so that school wasn't going to be an issue. And Buddy works online, so all we really had to worry about was internet. And so stopping there, let's go into our concerns. Number one was internet connectivity. Were we going to have internet where we were? How could we find out if the internet was fast enough for him to work? He was worried about, what if something breaks in the RV? He had never worked on an RV before, and so we were concerned about that. We were also concerned about space. We have 6 kids. Number 7's on the way, and we also have a large husky and a small little dachshund. And so we were concerned with space for all of us to live and also space for him to work. He needed a quiet place to work. My number one concern, if any of you guys have ever seen the movie RV, and
it was a concern of mine as well.
That scene in RV whenever they're emptying the black tank and the poop is spewing everywhere, that was my number one concern, was how are we going to empty this black tank without that happening?
Just not knowing where.
Yeah.
Like, you go camping, but you never really see, like, oh, where do they go to dump? How much does it cost to dump? Do you have to pay somebody to go dump?
We didn't know any of that because, we were newbies. We were worried about our vehicle breaking down. So if you guys don't know what kind of vehicle we have to tow, we have a Flex that me and the kids ride in whenever we're moving the RV. But my husband and I bought a used 1993
GMC Suburban. All tricked out though.
Yeah.
Let's see. But we paid $1,000 for it.
Let's see. Maybe we can get a video.
There she is. Soggy bottom.
So, we just didn't want to take on another car payment. And so we paid cash for one. And she's done us good so far. And then I would also say probably his number one concern. Hold on, we got it weird.
Well, that's because I have to work. I gotta check this.
Okay. His number one concern and one of my top concerns was, what would people think? Let's jump into the reality of those 6 concerns that we just mentioned. Number one, internet connectivity. We have been state park hopping, so we haven't actually stayed at a resort. I think the one that was closest to a resort was Bill Frederick Park. which is where? What city was that in?
Orlando.
It was in Orlando.
Downtown Orlando.
And so that was the one place that we probably wouldn't have ever been concerned about internet. All the other places were iffy. Let's just be honest.
You got to explain what we did.
Okay. So the reality of the internet connectivity.
So you have to explain where. Okay, so if you work, like I'm a broker. I work from the internet, computer, must have good phone, got an 800 number all through the internet.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing you have to absolutely have is an unlimited internet plan.
Mm-hmm.
We use Straight Talk, works great,
And
carries off other people's signal. It's not expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Now that does not work though for the computer.
And the internet, if you buy the little box, it's kind of expensive.
We bought a cellular Wi-Fi hotspot, but it's pay by the gig.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a big gamer. I was a big Xbox 360 gamer. That instantly goes out the window. But for those of you that are out there that like to game, me and my boys and my daughters do too, get you one of these bad boys, Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Games are just as good, and it uses way less internet.
Yeah.
Way less internet.
Yeah, they're really roughing it.
Yeah, we're roughing the unlimited. You just have to think there are things designed for people that are mobile.
Yeah.
And you got to go find them and get them. And I got them and tested them out at home before we hit the road. Like I worked a whole week off of just the mobile stuff, and it worked okay. So then you just got to worry about, don't get too far away from cell towers if you got to work.
Yeah, so we did have one park that the internet was a little bit iffy, but we've been to 8 parks, I believe now. We've been to 8 parks, and only one of them gave us a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, low signal.
But it wasn't a big deal.
Still able to work.
Mm-hmm.
You're still able to do the things. Like for the gaming, it's real slow, but for work and functions, it's normal.
Yeah, most state parks are really good about having good Wi-Fi. Not Wi-Fi. What is that called?
Cell service.
Cell service.
Yeah.
The next thing was, another concern was the upkeep of the camper. What if something breaks? The reality is things are going to break. Whenever we were boondocking at our buddy's parents' house, there was a big storm, and we had our awning out, and the awning popped off whenever a big gust of wind came. And I guess it has a safety feature. We just got lucky, and it didn't break completely, and we were able to fix that. Whenever we first bought the RV, we were pulling it into our very tiny, weird-shaped driveway, and we scraped the door. We used Flex Seal tape to fix that. That was not me, that was him.
I hit the door.
It was totally his fault.
The bush did not look that formative.
It's not a big gash or anything.
I mean.
But we fixed it. We planned to replace it. The doors are only like $300.
$100, I found 150.
Oh, 150. So things are gonna break. You just have to learn to YouTube it. Hi, baby. Come here. Close the door behind you. So anyways, things are gonna break. You just have to learn to YouTube it, Google it, figure it out. We haven't had any huge out-of-pocket expenses yet for fixing the RV, but I'm sure we will. I mean, there's 8 people living in the RV and dogs, so.
My big thing though with the upkeep was, what if the big things break?
Yeah.
Air condition, and you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Your bathroom situation, water, things you need to live.
We haven't come to any of that yet, but we've only been on the road for a little over 2 months
But
now.
we have seen other people
Yes.
next to us deal with it. And there's roadside services. There's guys, you call them up, you Google them, and they come out. They'll get on top of your camper, fix your air conditioning on the spot right there where you're at, and then...
You just have to keep a good amount of money
your big and
with
tires.
you
And
in
tires.
savings.
Tires are life.
Yeah.
You get your tires messed up, and that's also the experience we had with roadside service.
Yes, okay, that was
Must
another
have.
one.
You have to have it.
That was number 5, vehicles breaking down. So, did we skip one? We skipped a couple.
Workspace.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll go straight to the vehicle breaking down since he brought it up. He's playing Operation behind the phone. So the vehicle breaking down. Okay, so what happened was our transmission was overheating.
What happened was...
We were just leaving Bill Frederick Park, and our Suburban started acting funny, and I was behind him in the flex, and the car started smoking. Thank the good Lord I knew where the fire extinguisher
It was on fire.
was.
The transmission coolant hose busted and began to leak transmission fluid all over the bottom, and it caught fire on the bottom. And we were stranded. So I was able to pull off into a little neighborhood there. We both, for like an hour, tried to figure out, okay, what do we do? First thing first, call the insurance. Got roadside on this, roadside on that, not on this, not on that. So we were able to get the truck towed to a shop, which fixed it for cheap. It was just a small thing. And usually when you have a car that's that old, it's cheap to fix.
Yep,
That's
and easy to fix.
one of the good things.
He was quick with fixing
Yeah,
it
we fixed
too.
it by the next day. It was done.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but the roadside,
Yes.
the roadside service
If you're
actually
going,
paid
yeah,
to haul our camper where we needed to go.
which was 60 miles away.
It's like 53,
So
60
we
miles away.
have Progressive, and we have roadside assistance on the RV itself. And so we're actually planning on getting it on all the cars now since that happened. But it would have been a huge expense to have someone tow it, whereas with having roadside assistance, they did it for free. Well, it's included in you pay for it, but
It is money well spent.
it was
Because they
such,
literally saved our butts.
it really did. It saved our butts. We were so concerned whenever the truck broke down. We were like, oh my gosh, this is our house. What are we going to do? But thank goodness for roadside assistance. If you're going to full time, we recommend the roadside assistance for
You have to
all
have it.
vehicles.